Welcome back. It's June 3rd, 2024. On this good Wednesday, Tuesday. The days are getting past me. Today we're going to talk about this little girl and the confrontation of the police with her mom and them stealing. Let's listen to our song and then we'll get right on into it.
Out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it. I knew.
Hello everyone, it's June 3rd, Tuesday, 2024. Beautiful day. We got an overcast skies. I hope everybody's well. Had a good Memorial Day weekend. And everything's great. Okay. This video, I'm probably going to lose some of y'all, but that's okay. I appreciate your time while you were here. We're going to talk about this little girl confronting the police about her mom stealing. Now, y'all, I know. We got a problem with the police and us as a race of people and this and that and the other. I know that is very much true. But in this case, for one, she need to be somewhere sitting down with her mouth shut. That's for one. She is too dad blame grown. She didn't have any business whatsoever in this. And that is her mama's fault. She running her mouth and hollering and screaming. And all three of them was in on it. Too bad. I don't care who don't like it. Too bad. They was all in on that together. Her mama has taught her to help her steal. Her mama, and her auntie was all at the store stealing together and done got caught. Now the auntie done eased off. The one that actually had whatever. The mama done put hers down. But they was all three in there together stealing. And this need to be somewhere doing a Sunday school lesson or some homework. And she doing all this hollering and trying to half cuss. And her stupid behind mama standing up there looking like, it, eh, eh. Like she ain't done nothing. Get out of here. It's these kind of things. And then you worry why the police is always following and in behind somebody in the store. Because of this. Right here. And I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm saying. But they was dead wrong and the police should have stopped them. Now, every time one of us gets stopped, the police ain't wrong. I am not an advocate for the police, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And them 3 Negroes was in there stealing and got caught. It's evident that they were in there stealing because the little girl says, I know who did it. It wasn't my mama this time. It was my auntie. She should have been slapped in the mouth right then. Go shut up and sit down. But this is just proof that these grown folks are sitting around this little girl, or this little girl is sitting around grown folks, listening to everything that come out of their mouth. This mama is too foolish to say, go in your room somewhere. She ain't got no sense neither. The mama ain't got no more sense than the child does. She shouldn't know anything about that. But you can tell by the way that the child talks. Now, let me straighten something out. A parent would never allow this. A parent would not be doing this. Understand, if my baby was hungry or without, I would do whatever it takes to feed that child. That little girl ain't hungry. They trifling. And even at that, you're not going to take your baby with you. Really? You've got your daughter out to the store with y'all's auntie or they auntie and they stealing. And then you want to start putting on when the police catch y'all. Stop the madness. Just stop the madness. All 3 of them was wrong. Whether she was the lookout or she was stealing. She's just as guilty as the auntie that was. Just as guilty as the auntie that was stealing. And then it's the put on for me. It is the put on for me. That woman knows good and well she was in there stealing, right along with the auntie. Just like the daughter knows. When I saw this video, I was sick. I was sick. I am sorry, y'all. But they're just as wrong as 2 left shoes. Again, I am not an advocate for the police, but these Negroes was wrong. And what makes it so bad is the child is yet innocent. She ain't doing nothing but what she was taught. She is not doing anything other than what she has been taught. I wonder if she can spell her name. I bet she can twerk. I bet she can do that. I bet she can do that. I wonder what kind of grades that child makes. To me, this is so sad. And then those of us that don't participate in these kind of activities, we're catching the brunt. We're shot down every day because of people like this. Candle vigils because of people like this. One thing I can say, she may have saved their lives, that little girl, cutting up like that. That child didn't even know what she was saying. She may have saved their lives. That's the one good thing about it. She may have saved their lives. My next question is, where is the auntie? How come they ain't chasing her down and holding her and finding out what's going on with her? The little girl done told you who was doing the stealing. She ain't told you what part they played in it, but she told you who was stealing. Y'all, we got to do better than this. We have got to do better than this. Being poor does not mean being trifling. Who said that? Because you don't have money, you have to be trifling. You have to be low-lifed. You have to be a criminal because you don't have what somebody else has. This kind of stuff makes me sick. Makes me sick. You can't be mad at the police for coming after you if you're committing a crime. If you are not committing a crime, absolutely. Get right dead on them. Don't never get off their neck. But if you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing, what you know is right, you ain't got no business saying nothing to no police. You're wrong. You are dead wrong. If you're stealing and you got caught, you're wrong. You definitely should not pay for that with your life. Definitely not. Definitely not. But if you're just stealing to be stealing, you need to be accosted. It's different if you're hungry, you're trying to feed your babies. I can understand that. You don't have a job, you don't have any other means. I can understand that. But sunglasses, you can't eat. You don't need sunglasses. That's just trifling. Because you want to be cute and you can't afford the glasses, so you're going to go steal them. Don't get me wrong. I've done my little share. I ain't being judgmental. But I learned my lesson. Get somewhere and sit down. Because them white folks got somewhere for you. And it's planned for us. And if you don't think they won't send you, keep on. They'll be glad to. They can't wait. They think we're all criminals anyway. They think we're all lowlifes anyway. They think we're worthless anyway. They think we're animals anyway. Keep on. And the facts and truth be known, they treat animals better than they do us. But like I said in my last video, these young people are trying to make the changes. And I sure applaud you. I applaud you young people. Because they're surely trying. But we got to try too. It's not easy, and it ain't fair always. But we've got to try too. We want to be treated better, we need to start acting better. I don't care what color you are. But this is ridiculous. This little girl need to be sat down somewhere. Out from around these grown folks. And her mama need to be knocked upside her head for allowing her to sit up while they doing this kind of stuff. And this idea of that's all I know and this just me and all, no, that's not going to work. You come to an age where you decide to do better or not to do better. You cannot continue to blame your mom and daddy them when you's a grown, rusty foot man or woman. No, we're not accepting that excuse any longer. You got sense enough to do what you want to do. That means you got sense enough to do what you're supposed to do. That's one of the most famous, that's all I know. That's all. No. You don't have to. That's what you choose to do. Now, if you got something wrong with you and you can't help it, that's another story too. But we talk about somebody that know better. Again, got sense enough to do what you want to do. You got sense enough to do what you need to do and you have to do. Mom and them ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your choice. Environment does play a part. But if at all possible, you can choose not to participate in those things that are in your environment. Unless someone is holding a gun to your head, you don't have to do nothing that you don't want to do. If you are not being forcibly made to do such things, you do not have to do them. Let's take accountability, people. I hope this was an eye-opening for that mother. That she would change her parenting. Change how she conducts herself in and around her children. Even when she's not around her children. Change her conduct for herself. Because this thing about crime, the police brutality, every time you get caught doing something you ain't got no business doing. No. We're not going for that. I'm not going for it. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. Now, for those that have given their life when it is proven that they were not in the wrong by any stretch, I advocate for that all day, every day. Thank God this situation didn't go there. It could have. It could have. Thank God that it didn't. Even though they were wrong. And I don't mean the police. They didn't have no business in that store stealing. I don't care if she didn't have the sunglasses on her right then. And then, too, let's be fair. She may not have been stealing. I hope this is an eye-opener for her not to be in the store with that aunt again. But from that woman's actions on that video, she was in there up to no good too. Her response, yeah. You know what y'all was in there doing. Stop it. Stop it. You know exactly what was going on. The daughter even knew. Now, I know some of y'all ain't gonna like this. But again, thanks for your time. But it's the truth anyhow. I've taken several days to go over this video before I made this vlog. Because I wanted to be sure on how I felt about it. And I'm sure they was up to no good. Sorry, but they were. They were absolutely up to no good. Just that plain and simple. Again, I hope this was a learning lesson, and I hope they don't do this no more. Because next time, the outcome could be a whole lot different. Pray that it's not. Pray that it doesn't happen. But keep your hands off them folks' stuff. Stay out them folks' store taking their stuff. If you want it, pay for it. Figure out how you gonna get your money up and pay for it. Leave them folks stuff alone. Leave them people stuff alone. Then you won't have these situations to deal with. That way, if the police do come up to you, you can tell them, no, and be dead right. But when you're guilty and wrong, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. We got to do better, people. I'm glad that these people were not hurt in the midst of this. Let's hope this was a learning lesson for her and for us. I'm thanking you for joining me on Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Beach, June 3rd, 2024. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Send me some suggestions on what we should talk about. Wear your mask. COVID is still living. Say your prayers. We need it. We need it. As I always say, I am my brother's keeper. And until next time, I love you. Bye.